Hey guys, welcome to the video that I'll be doing today on Bitcoin. So yeah, here it is. It's February the 12th, 2020, and I'm feeling a little bit better today, which is good. My voice is mostly back, and I am still here. I'm still here, always here. Okay, so what I want to do is, I don't want to, recover everything that we've discussed, and what I do want to talk about is, where Bitcoin is now, talking about a little bit of strategy. I did a video yesterday, a very simple, technical analysis lesson on how to trade without any indicators. And I think you guys should all go and take a look at that. I'll be doing little videos here every now and again on, on some education, on how to, enter and exit trades, how to analyze trends, things like that. I think that there is value in that, so I'm more than happy to contribute to the community for that. I don't charge anything for any of my videos, so I just ask that you subscribe, share with your friends. We want to grow our community and all of that. But again, disclaimer: this isn't financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. All of this is my own opinion. You're responsible for your own trades, managing your own risk, doing your own research. And again, if you'd like to be part of our Discord community, just throw in a comment. I'll get you an invite code. It doesn't cost anything to join. And of course, we do have membership perks if you are interested in supporting us. We're not, of course, asking for anything, but we do give you access to all of the indicators that I use here. And I do have some other, market analysis that I do outside of crypto as well that we provide to our what we refer to as our insured members. But let's take a look at the charts because that's why you all are here. Okay, so what I'm looking at here, I've got two Fibonacci pulls that I've got on here. Both of them are from the same top and from the same bottom. I have one on logarithmic, one on linear, and we've got basically a hot box right here that we are sitting inside of right now. We're above the 50 on the linear, not quite to the 618, which is at about $11,050, but we are sitting right in between the golden zone on our logarithmic scale. And that's going to be between 10,350 and 10,600. These are pretty important levels to pay attention to. And the reason why I say that is because, this is where we got rejected here previously. And if you were watching the instructional video I did yesterday, I talked a lot about clustering of support and resistance levels. And I'm going to go ahead and remove this red box because this was basically our hot zone based on the size of this wick here to the candle closure and candle opening here in this level. And we've already passed that, and we're kind of approaching the top here. So I'm going to go ahead and remove that for the time being, but going over here to the left and taking a look at our clustering, we do have some significant resistance that we do have to pay attention to. And the most important one, in my opinion, is going to be right here. This level, which is going to be at about $10,950. This is a potential for us to go up and raid. So we passed, sorry, we haven't passed, but we're trying to pass this previous high here, which is at about 10,584. We'll call it 10,600 on BitMEX. Other exchanges it was a little bit lower, but we're trying to raid this high. And if we are able to raid this high, I would say that it is very likely that we do try and attempt this 10,950 level. That's approaching basically the 618. We could get a front run of the linear 618. That is, if we are able to pass through this 10,600 level, which is about the 65% on our logarithmic scale. And the importance of this level, and I'll just go ahead and move back into the history, not focusing on where the price currently is, but let's take a look at this green level that we've got and taking a look at the at our price action from late 2019. So again, we've got lots of support here, more support, and then it was support again, and then it became resistance right here. And then we kind of had a little bit of resistance, but we pushed through it. We fell through it and it became resistance again. And then finally, this is where the last attempt was. We had a wick here at this level at about 11,000, and then we failed. So that's going to be the level that's going to be very important for us to take out. This wick right here is going to be very important for us. If we're going to break through, get to all-time highs, all that good stuff, honestly, this wick is probably the most important candle to pay attention to. From this to this, and I'll go ahead and extend this beyond to the current price action. This is going to be very important for us to pay attention to because this is almost, almost I don't want to give it its own name, but we're sitting, above the golden zone of our logarithmic scale and below the golden zone of our linear scale. It's sitting right in between. This is a pocket right inside of two golden zones. So I would expect this to be pretty significant resistance. I had already, made the attempt to call the top on Bitcoin here. I would be interested in scaling out of any long positions that you may be in right now. Fact of the matter is, on a daily scale, things are looking overextended. And we can take a look at our green oscillator right here. Green oscillator looks overly extended on the daily. If you look at the 12-hour, this also looks to be overextended as well. This looks like we are nearing a top on the 12-hour. If I went to a 3-day time frame, let's take a look at what the 3-day time frame looks like. More than likely, this is going to be approaching. It is in overbought territory, and it hasn't crossed just quite yet. But once these things start crossing, of course, they're going to start crossing on lower time frames first. I believe the 3-hour is basically in the process of forming a top. I would say that the 4-hour is also in a very similar territory where it is just starting to do a fresh cross, not confirmed yet, still has 3 hours and 8 minutes left on that 4-hour candle. The 12-hour, it already crossed, but it is still obviously trending higher. What is interesting about this is that, we had a cross here, which is when we were at about 10,200. We crossed, and we haven't crossed bullish yet. The oscillator is still moving down as the price is moving up, which has me little concerned. So just all of these things are sort of playing out. Paying attention to all of these kill zones, though. We've got this level right here, which is again this candle body that we have outlined. This is going to be our level of resistance, which, in my opinion, could be wrong, and I'll probably eat these words later, but probably will get rejected on the first attempt here, and likely that will be the top, and we will start a retrace. So again, just kind of continuing to wait things out as we move higher, right? So if you are not in this move, I would not consider buying right now. Because if you buy right now, let's talk about that for a moment. If you buy right now, let me delete this. If you were to buy right now, with the assumption that things are just going to continue moving up, things aren't going to continue moving up, first off. Second off, where would you sell? Where would you consider selling if you were to buy right here? Would you consider buying a swing from 10,400 to 10,600? A $200 swing after we've already gone up a couple $1,000s, the risk to reward is actually in favor of shorts right now. In my opinion, this price action is going to come back down potentially to the 8,400 level. Still remains to be seen. The fib pulls, let me move to a different chart here. I'm going to go to we'll go to the Coinbase chart because this is a little bit cleaner. Okay, so I've marked off the top here and marked off the top of this potentially at about 10,538. So you can see this, and this is part of the video that I did yesterday. We were talking about these support and resistance levels. I think it is very possible that this does come down here to this is marking out at about 8,200, but we're going to be looking for some of these areas of prior resistance to be turning into support. But nonetheless, it does look like we have potential to move down instead of moving up. There is the possibility that we move down to the 50%, which is going to be at 8,200. So, I'd be very careful buying in this area. Excuse me, I thought I had my voice back, but apparently not. But anyway, it does look like we are closing in on a top here, likely going to be pulling back at some point. It still remains to be seen, but that's my opinion on Bitcoin right now. This video did help you in any way, shape, or form. Like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff, and wherever you are in the world. I hope you're having a good day, good night, good evening.